25 things every couple must discuss before getting married. First of all, marriage is a huge and exciting step. So before diving into a lifetime commitment, it makes sense, then, that the two of you should stop and discuss the most essential issues. Being on the same page from the start of your marriage will not only help put you on the path to a happy life together, but it will also help you to avoid potential conflict in the future. Here are 25 things every couple must discuss before getting married. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. 1. What does marriage mean to you? Marriage doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. Some people think it's an almost all-consuming partnership, some people think it's a legal agreement. Talking about your expectations can help make sure that neither of you has needs or expectations that aren't being met. You can feel like you're approaching this next chapter together. 2. Having and raising kids. If it hasn't already come up, now's the time to discuss whether you want children. But here's the surprising thing. You shouldn't stop there. Our experts agreed it's important to discuss where you each stand on the issues that will come up once you start trying to have kids and when the tykes are actually around. 3. How would you handle it if we have difficulty conceiving? It is not always easy to get pregnant or to do so naturally. What does your future spouse think about this? How would they handle this situation? Follow-up questions: are you open to alternative means of achieving pregnancy such as IVF? What are your feelings on adoption? 4. What style of discipline do you plan to take with your kids? Many of us aren't really sure how we plan to raise our children. If we haven't had them yet, how do we know what's best? If your partner has no idea about this topic, you could chat about their own childhood. What did they like about it? What did they dislike? What would they do differently? 5. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to live? Do you want to stay where we are, or move? Are you the kind of person who will move for a job, or will we both only seek job opportunities where we are now? My spouse and I both left our hometown and then came back and plan to stay because our aging parents are here. This could be a major point of contention if you don't figure it out ahead of time. Also discuss if you want to rent or buy. 6. Money issues. Finances are one of the main reasons for division in a home. As hard as it may be, talk about the money. Typically one person is more of the saver and one more of the spender. How can you work together with your habits? Who will handle paying the bills? 7. What will your relationship be with your extended family members and in-laws? How close is your partner with his parents? His extended family? This is a major part of life, and unfortunately, can lead to significant disagreement between spouses. That's why you're talking about your preferences now. 8. Do you have debt? You need to have a good grasp of your future spouse's financial situation before joining them in marriage. This ensures you don't become saddled with surprise debt should something happen to your spouse. 9. Do you think couples should have a conversation before making any major purchases? Do you need to confirm with your spouse before booking a family vacation or getting a new car? What amount constitutes a major purchase? 10. The name game. What's your family name going to be? Will one spouse take the other spouse's last name? And if not, what surname will you give any kids you have? 11. What do you want in life? If you're young, discuss education. If one of you is still in school or planning on pursuing a master's or PhD or something, you really need to sort this out to figure out financials. Not to mention you probably won't be able to settle down until you're both done. 12. How will we split the chores? Expectations and gender roles. Sounds small and petty, but after you say I do and your spouse expects you to be responsible for the lion's share of the work, professional and domestic, resentment builds up fast. Your idea of equally splitting chores may be far from theirs. Feeling overworked, overwhelmed, and unappreciated in your relationship will kill it as quickly as anything else. 13. What kind of sex life will we be having? I think you need to have a real hard conversation about the kind of sex life you're going to be having. I think the norm is for the partner with less interest in sex to stick it out until the marriage is finalized and then bring the frequency of intercourse down to their preferred level. Because, well, at that point, their partner is stuck dealing with it. So you gotta figure out whether you both really affirmatively enjoy having sex with each other and can maintain a high enough frequency over time, or whether one of you is just humoring the other one until they're trapped. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. 14. Bank accounts and bill sharing. Will you share a bank account? Keep individual accounts? Or both? And what bills will be paid by what accounts? Will you each put a certain percentage of your income toward shared bills? Do you have an emergency fund? What if one person is out of work or decides to stay home to raise the kids? What's your plan for affording that? 15. Division of household labor. Dishes, laundry. Barter, negotiate and plead if you have to so that you aren't stuck doing the thing you least like all the time. If you hate washing dishes, but don't mind cooking, suggest to your partner that you head meal preparation if he or she agrees to take on the dishes. This works best if the thing you hate with a passion isn't also the same thing your partner hates with a passion. If it is, find a way to compromise, using your best negotiation tactics. Okay, I'll empty the litter box and do the laundry if you please wash the dishes. 16. Family obligations. How much time do you spend with your family now? How much do you expect to spend with them once you're married and potentially have children? And how much time do you expect your spouse to spend with them, and vice versa? How do you plan to spend your holidays, and what's your plan for giving both sets of families equal time with you, your children during the major holidays? Are you the type of person who likes to vacation with your family, and if so, how often? 17. Career. How committed is each of you to your careers? Do you live to work or work to live? How will your respective careers affect family life? Where are you in terms of living a dream career? Do you have more schooling and apprenticing to finish? If so, what's the time frame for completing these steps toward obtaining the kind of job you hope for? What kind of personal sacrifices will you have to make to climb the career ladder of your choice? 18. How do you handle change and the unexpected? Sometimes a lot of people don't realize going into marriage is how planned out they have their life. When something happens that interrupts that plan, it can take a toll on the relationship. It might help to use a previous example when considering your answer. 19. How well do we currently handle disagreements with each other? Is one of you so stubborn that you can't seem to ever compromise? Or, so terrified of disagreements that you never mention what upsets you, and runs away from conflict in a fight? These are problematic patterns that should be worked out before marriage. 20. Do we appropriately respect any religious, spiritual, or political differences between us? Couples don't need to be in complete agreement about everything. But you will need to find a way to respect each other's differing beliefs, and identify what you do need to agree on. Are you aligned on your view of the world and how you believe people should be treated? Do you agree on political issues? And how important is it to you to align your belief systems? 21. Do either of us have any major secrets we haven't yet shared? Whether some secrets are meant to be kept is for you and your partner to decide, but you're risking them finding out later. I believe it's best to be your true authentic self, and know that you're fully accepted, regardless of your past. 22. What impact do you want to have on the world? What would you say is your overall goal for your life? How do you want to be remembered after death? What do you want your legacy to be? These kinds of questions provide excellent insight into understanding one another's values. 23. What doubts and fears do you have about marriage? It's normal to have fear about such a life-changing partnership. Anxiety about relationships, marriage, and more is so common. Encourage your mate to be open with you about the negative feelings they're experiencing, too. Together, you'll head into marriage with more deeply connected hearts. 24. How much alone time do you need? Everyone needs alone time, but some people need more than others. If you don't know that alone time is a normal need for your partner, you may assume that they're withdrawn, angry, or resentful when they seek space. Establishing early on that you both need alone time, and how that manifests, will not only strengthen your relationship, it will prevent confusion in the future. 25. What's your biggest fear? It might not be an easy question, but it's one that can get you right to the bottom of what makes someone tick. Marriage is about understanding, and not just understanding your hopes, dreams, and ambitions. It's also about understanding fears, regrets, and struggle, especially in relation to marriage. Make sure that you're asking the tough questions, and your marriage will have a much deeper level of understanding. Conclusion. When you are preparing to get married, it is important to make sure you really know the person you are going to spend forever with. While the dating years are filled with romance and fun, these are topics you should absolutely discuss before getting married. If you enjoyed our video, please like, share and subscribe and hit the bell notification to the first to receive our next educative videos, and visit our playlist for more educational, self-development and relationship tips videos, and don't forget to share our videos as well. Thank you.